Hello friends, today we will talk about the two important concepts used in computer programming. One is algorithm and another one is the flowchart. So now let's begin with the algorithm. An algorithm is a procedure or formula for solving a problem based on conducting a sequence of specified actions. A computer program can be viewed as an elaborate algorithm. In mathematics and computer science, an algorithm usually means a small procedure that solves a recurrent problem. Algorithms are generally used in throughout all the areas of IT. It is step-by-step procedure designed to perform an operation and which will lead to the sought result if followed correctly. Algorithms have a definite beginning and a definite end and a definite number of steps. An algorithm produces same amount of information given the same input information, and several short algorithms can be combined to perform complex tasks such as writing a program. So now let's talk about the characteristics of algorithm. 1. Finiteness. An algorithm must terminate after a finite number of steps, and further each step must be executable in finite amount of time. Each step of an algorithm must be precisely defined. The action to be carried out must be rigorously and unambiguously specified for each case. Input. An algorithm has zero or more but only finite number of inputs. Output. An algorithm has one or more output. And finally, effectiveness. Should be effective, that means each of the operation to be performed in an algorithm must be sufficiently basic that it can, in principle, be done exactly and in finite length of time by a person using pencil and paper, and should be computer programming language independent. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of algorithm? Well, algorithm is very easy to write, very easy technique to understand the logic, as well as it is easy identification of the mistake by non-computer person. Whereas it is also the time consuming, difficult to show the branching and looping, as well as big tasks are difficult to put in algorithm. So these are the several advantages and disadvantages of algorithm. And now I hope this will provide you the clear picture about the algorithm. Okay, now we just move on to the another concept, that is flowcharting. So what is flowchart? A flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm that uses boxes of different shapes to denote different type of instructions. The actual instructions are written within these boxes using clear and concise statements. These boxes are connected by solid lines having arrow mark to indicate the flow of operation, that is, the exact sequence in which instructions are to be executed. Normally, an algorithm is first represented in a form of a flowchart, then the flowchart is then expressed in some programming language to prepare a computer program. The main advantage of this two-step approach in programming is that while drawing a flowchart, one is not concerned with the details of the elements of programming language. Hence, he can fully concentrate on the logic of procedure. Moreover, since a flowchart shows the flow of operation in pictorial form, any error in the logic of procedure can be detected more easily than in case of program. Once the flowchart is ready, the programmer can forget about the logic and can concentrate only on coding the operations in each box of the flowchart in terms of the statements of programming language. This will normally ensure an error-free program. A flowchart, therefore, is a picture of the logic to be included in the computer program. It is simply a method of assisting the programmer to lay out in a visual two-dimensional format ideas on how to organize a sequence of steps necessary to solve a problem by a computer. It is basically the plan to be followed. When the program is written, it acts like a roadmap for programming and guides him how to go from starting point to the final point while writing a computer program. Experienced programmers sometimes write programs without drawing the flowchart. However, for a beginner, it is recommended that a flowchart is be drawn first in order to reduce the number of errors and omissions in the program. Moreover, it is good practice to have a flowchart along with the computer program because a flowchart is more helpful during testing of the program as well as while incorporating further modifications in the program. We have seen that a flowchart uses boxes of different shapes to denote different type of instructions. There are several symbols used for flowcharting. Before that, we just want to know that whether there are certain advantages as well as disadvantages of flowchart. Yeah, flowchart is easy to draw, easy technique to understand the logic, and easy to identify the mistakes by a non-computer person. And it is also very easy for branching and looping concept. Whereas in the case of disadvantage, it is time consuming and very difficult to modify. Difficult task to draw flowcharts for big programs also. So now let's talk about the symbols used in flowcharts. An oval shape symbol is used for representing start and end of the program, and the name of that symbol is a terminal symbol, whereas a parallelogram symbol named input output symbol indicates the input and the output. The rectangular symbol shows the process. This means processing of action. Example, mathematical operators. A diamond shaped symbol used for decision since computer only answer the questions yes or no. Hexagon, initializing and preparation. This is used for preparing memory for repetition of action. Arrow lines and arrowheads used for direction. This is show the flow of the program. Circle, used as in connector. This is used to show connector of part of a program to another part. A pentagon, which is an off-page character, this is used to connect part of a program to another part of the another page or paper. Once a flowchart is completed, it can then used for training purpose, troubleshooting purpose, testing purpose, as well as inspecting a process. Without flowchart, you can spend a ton of energy explaining how the process is to be done. So friends, now I hope that these two topics provide you a lot of insight and requirements for developing any computer program. We will make several algorithms and flowchart on different problems in the classroom activity. Till the time, enjoy learning.